In today's video, I wanted to show you how one Etsy handmade product seller streamlined their idea to bring in over $200,000 a year. Let's check it out.
I'm Jess at Insights by Jess. I dig deep into what makes Etsy stores successful and where they can improve so that you get the full 411 on what's really selling and why. Let's jump in. Okay, so I love this store that we are about to review today, and I'm so excited to make this video because this is such a time-tested classic product, and this is definitely a cute and fun niche or niche to get into. So I think I've bragged about them enough. Let me give a quick disclaimer. I'm not affiliated with this store. I'm not affiliated with Etsy. I don't endorse these products or get anything out of making this video. This is completely my own independent review of their store so that I can try and highlight some cool things that they're doing and maybe some small areas of improvement. So as you can probably already tell, this is a sticker maker, and not just ordinary stickers, but they are waterproof, dishwasher safe, laundry safe, and fun. And if you didn't know yet if I liked their branding, well, they have done a great job. That is such a cute shop header. I love it. They did such a great job of highlighting the features that make their product unique and really eliminate reasons to not buy this, I guess, for lack of a better word, reason to abandon your cart. So if you are wondering what exactly this looks like, you can kind of tell here in the image, but let's scroll down and take a peek at their store. So this is a pretty successfully established store. They have lots of bestseller tags on their listings here. 3 people have this one in their cart. 20 people have this one in their cart. Like, lots of these labels here. They've really put together a fantastic store with a great variety. And they have been open since 2012. And they've racked up 163,000 sales, about 163,500 sales since 2012. Actually, I dug through their feedback to see when their oldest feedback was. Their oldest feedback here is June 20th, so really halfway through 2012. So this is about a 10-year established store. And as you can see from these product images from their old reviews, their designs were pretty basic when they first started out, pretty simple, and it looks like they also offered some wall decals and things of that nature. They now solely focus on these tags, and they really don't need to sell anything else because they are crushing it with these tags. So let's dig into their store stats. So we've already said that they started in June of 2012, and they have 163,500 sales. Their average product price is about $11. And I just got that number, as you can see while I scroll here. It's a pretty easy number to establish. They have some listings here for $12, some listings here for $10. They have a couple that are higher, like $18. So I feel like 12 is a pretty fair estimate of their average product price. That being said, with that level of math, that puts their approximate annual sales estimate at $175,000 a year, give or take a little bit. So that's a really conservative estimate. That's starting, equally dividing all of their sales from the first day they got their first review up until now. So it doesn't account for any growth. So it's a very conservative estimate. And they're pulling in almost $200,000 a year in sales on this very simple product, on basically one type of product. And you're probably wondering, why am I calling it one type of product when they have 79 listings? And actually, 79 listings is a pretty low listing count for such a successfully selling store. But we're going to kind of dig into some of these listings so that you can see what they are and why, in my opinion, they're basically the same thing. So the first listing I want to show you are these waterproof daycare labels. Now, all of their labels are waterproof. They have a very clear image here of what these labels look like. They can be personalized with any name, and you just add it here. And there's a few options for if you want standard labels or mini labels, or you could even get a package that includes standard and mini labels together so you can put them on a variety of things. And looking at their images, they do highlight some of the ways that you can use their product. They have it on a water bottle here. They also have it on a water bottle here, showcasing the 2 different sizes of labels, which is awesome. I think that's a great photo to have. They also have an image with how to order and how to use, which is also great because they are clearly illustrating that you cannot use these on silicone or rubber or on fabric. They are made for hard surfaces like plastic, glass, stainless steel, or other smooth solid surfaces, wood, metal, etc. So also included in their images are the dimensions. So this is another visual of what the size is. I like that they've included this, but it can be zoomable, so it's not like a true to size. So that's why this particular image is also very important, because it gives you a visual of what it looks like on a typical water bottle. So that gives you more of like that true to size feeling. And then lastly, they have an image that includes their processing time. I do suggest adding some more photos though. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 photos, but literally only 2 of them really show you how to use the label, or like what the label looks like when it's being used. And they are both water bottles. So I do think that one smart idea that they could use, or that they could enable to get more photos, is to go to the dollar store or go to the Goodwill and buy some other things. Maybe buy a lunchbox or something that you would typically use a label on, and take more photos that way. That way you can get more variety into your photos. I definitely suggest adding more photos whenever possible. So let's take a look at their title here. They've done a pretty good job of highlighting that these are labels, that they're name stickers or name labels. They use the word labels a lot of times here, and that they're waterproof. I love that they lead with waterproof. Daycare labels, preschool labels, name stickers, school supply labels, name labels for school. So you get a very clear idea here that these are labels that you can put on your kids' stuff, so that you're not writing their name on everything at the beginning of the school year. And I love this. This is such a great idea. As a mom of 5, I could have used these, 1,000 times by now. So I think this is fantastic. I think they're using a fair number of the characters, but it does seem like there's some extra space here. So I'm going to pull this into my workbook. Okay, so they're using 117 characters so far. They have plenty of characters left, like 23 characters left. They could squeeze a few more words into their title to really get that full SEO advantage. They also have a pretty standard price here. I love that it's $10 flat, but they're not capitalizing at all on sales and discounts. So it's not really adding any urgency to add this to my cart. It doesn't make me feel like, oh no, I need to buy this right away, like I'm going to miss out on that sale. So that's definitely something I would suggest adding in as well. I do love that they have the $35 free shipping discount here. That is really helpful. That's a great way to get more sales. But a lot of times I feel like you get a lot of effect off having your store be put on sale or your listings be put on sale as well. So it's just a really appealing option. So looking at the description, they do a pretty good job here. They clearly outline what this product is. It's personalized, it's waterproof, it is dishwasher safe. I love that they have those right off the bat, and that they're name labels that are perfect for organizing and keeping track of all your kids' stuff. I feel like they are losing a little tiny bit of SEO opportunity here because they're not using the words like daycare labels, school labels, or any of that. So organizing and keeping track of all of your kids' stuff, that could be reworded a little bit for, organizing and keeping track of all your kids' stuff for school, labeling all your kids' school supplies, things like that. Like, you could really think outside the box and get those keywords into that beginning of your description there. But they do a great job of explaining common uses down here, things you could use it for, what comes in it, what the dimensions are, and all the important information you would want a description to have. So peeking at their tags, we see waterproof labels, daycare name, preschool. They've got some good variety here. Baby bottle labels. That's also something they could have fit up at the top here. They do not have anything about baby bottle labels here in their title. So all that extra space could fit baby bottles. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy with all of this scrolling. All right, so they have a great use of variety here in their tags, name stickers, kids labels. I like that. I think they did a great job on their SEO for their keywords, and they should just pull some of that SEO research up into their title as well. So let's look at one of their best sellers. So this is 72 skinny school supply labels. So these are just slightly different shape. They still have the name of the child or of the person and a little heart on these particular ones. If you go to the images, you can see that they offer different styles, so you can choose which theme you want. And I like that because if you notice in this particular one, there is not a choice of theme. You are only getting the truck one. And it doesn't make that clear here. It doesn't say anything about getting a truck design. It doesn't say it in the title. It does not say it in the listing. So if I didn't want the truck one and I was maybe focused on this image, I could easily get confused. There's not a lot of clarity there, but this particular listing lets me choose the theme, and I love that. I can choose from all these different themes, and they highlight all the different themes with a corresponding number in their images here. They have lots of images, which is fantastic. Lots of color choices to choose from, and this photo pulls multiple items that are using the labels. So this photo is a great example of what they could have done in this listing, which has only a couple of photos and they both highlight a water bottle. This is probably a newer listing perhaps, and they've added more effort into showcasing this product. So this does also look like a longer title as well. And I'm going to pull that into my workbook. And I do have this workbook for sale on my Buy Me a Coffee page if you want it. It's like $8. But you could do this on a spreadsheet as well, or on a Word document, and just total up the number of characters as you're doing your competitive research. So they have 135 characters on this title, so they are using almost all of them, which is great. They've got some good variety in here. They've got waterproof and dishwasher safe. The product price is still not on sale, so there's still an opportunity lost. In fact, if we go to their homepage, we can see that only one of their listings is actually on sale. And that is this one, the daycare labels, which looks very similar to this listing. Oh, that's the same listing. Okay, I need more coffee. It looks very similar to all of these other labels, to be honest. Like this one right here, which is not on sale, looks very similar in style to this one. Let's pull this one open here. This one also gives you a theme option, and it's not on a big discount, so you're not losing too much money as a seller by putting this on sale. But if they were to adjust their pricing, they could put everything on sale, and the sale price could still be $10. So that is worth perhaps putting some extra energy into it. They also have a video on this listing, which is fantastic. I love that there's a video. It really puts added appeal behind the product. I love that they have the child writing their name on the paper, because the first thing that goes in my mind as a mom is, oh, if they see their name on the labels, they're going to want to write their name. And that's a learning moment. So I love that. That's a really cute addition there. And they have a great variety of products. So this label this listing with the daycare labels, waterproof labels, great variety in this title, by the way, is very similar, just a slight change in the size, which is a great way to increase your listing count, by the way, because you can make small changes in your design, small changes in your product, and then create more opportunities to sell it. So you don't necessarily have to start over with something completely original and unique. You can recreate what you already have and make it a little bit different. Now, I want to look at this last listing because this listing is a bestseller, and this listing is a great idea, a genius idea. Like I said, I've got 5 kids, so I could have also used this particular label so many times. And I never put my kids in daycare. Well, actually, my oldest 2 went to daycare, but my youngest 3 did not go to daycare. So I wouldn't have even used this for daycare. I could have used it in my own freezer, or I could have used it for my own family, you know, for babysitters or whatever the case may be. There's so many reasons you could use this type of label as a mom or as a parent. So this is their main image here, which shows the label. This is their other image, which shows the color options. But notice there's no video. There's no other photos here. They're not showcasing it on anything. They are not using hardly any of the characters for their title. They are using 47 characters for their title. So they're losing out on a massive amount of SEO. They could have baby bottle here. They could have formula here. They could have breastfeeding here. They could have breast milk here. Like, there's so many opportunities to get a keyword into this label that I'm almost surprised it's a bestseller. And I would assume, if I had to totally make a wild, out of the left field guess, that this is a bestseller because people saw it in their store from other products and thought, you know what, I could use that. I could be totally wrong, but that does throw me off how little SEO there is there. Now, looking at their description, you have the same thing. There's nothing in here saying that these are for baby bottles or formula or breastfeeding or breast milk or any sort of actual identifying information about these particular labels. The most specific information in here is that it's a set of 120 removable date labels. So that's another SEO opportunity lost. They're losing out on the potential for all of those keywords and getting a lot more attention on your search page. So looking at their tags, they do have some variety here. They have bottle, baby, breast milk labels, bottle labels. They do have some relevant keywords in their tags that they could quickly and easily pull up into that description and into that title. So I do think that there is some definite potential for growth here. But even with these various SEO mistakes, like for example, this listing that has hardly any title, only 2 images, even despite that, they are obviously still a best-selling store. They have a lot of best-selling products. They are doing a fantastic job of really capturing those sales. So imagine if they were to take those SEO opportunities and capitalize on them, how much more amazing and quickly they would grow. So I really love seeing these kinds of things and seeing the kind of potential for growth that these stores have. And honestly, anybody with a Cricut or a Silhouette that can print and cut could do this if you figured out the right materials to buy and you have some good designing skills and put together some really cute designs. There's definitely a lot of other sellers with this type of product, but all of the designs are pretty similar. So there's some room there to create your own unique spin on this niche and create a really cool Etsy store based on labels. And if you want to see a different kind of labels, you're definitely going to want to check out this next video where they have rescued a totally failing Etsy idea and now bring in over $150,000 a year. So you're going to want to watch that here.